Take a look behind you. Your inspiration for this challenge is red and white, the colors of our great Canadian flag.
We've provided you with a gorgeous maple leaf-inspired pantry filled with delicious red and white ingredients. And we want you to make a MasterChef quality dish, one that is inspired by this great country of ours.
All I'm seeing is a giant wall of red and white, and I don't know what I'm doing.
What reminds me of being a Canadian? Good old-fashioned steak and vegetables.
You will have 60 minutes to create your dish. During that time, we will be watching your every move. Cook like your life depends on it. Because in this competition, it does. Your 60 minutes starts now.
Claudio, what would you be doing?
A very light salad with all these shaved vegetables. If there's tuna, I'd have that pan-seared.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
I would stir fry because it's easy to get the beautiful colors out, and it's simple. You should start simple. It's the first challenge.
What I have in mind is some red peppers, beautiful tomatoes, white fish, a nice little beurre blanc. Finished. Hi there, Lean.
Hi.
Can you tell me what it is you're making?
I'm making lobster velouté in a potato nest.
Are you confident you can get that all done in 60 minutes?
Yes, sir, I am. When you didn't call my name to be on the balcony, you just pissed me off. So now I have my military hat on and it's war.
So you think we underestimated your
Absolutely.
capabilities?
Story of my life. I never get it easy, and I'll show to you that I deserve to be up there with the rest of them.
So this is your battleground right now?
Yes, it is, sir.
Are you happy with the way your lobster's cooked?
Yeah, it's cooked perfectly.
You're sure of that?
I'm from the East Coast. Not my first lobster rodeo.
All right, best of luck.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, baby.
I'm most scared of Alvin Ong.
Andrew,
He's intimidating.
think you're gonna make it?
I think I'm pretty tight.
I'll tell you one thing. I never cook pasta with the pot closed. But
Okay.
what do I know?
That sauce is tasting great. Nice work of art.
1 minute! You have 1 minute left. Come on, let's go. Get him on the plate. Go!
Get on the plate, buddy. Get on the plate.
I just hope the flavors are there and the judges enjoy eating it.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up!
Lynn, you're up next. Please bring up your dish.
We have a lobster velouté in a potato nest.
The velouté, I think, tastes wonderful. Interesting texture. I'm not so happy with the...
Potato nest, sir.
It doesn't even need to be there. Sometimes the approach of a little less is often more, and this might just be that case.
Thank you.
Time to reveal what you will be making today. The Nanaimo bar.
I've had one or two back in the day when I was a kid. Never really liked them.
That's right. The Nanaimo bar is the inspiration for the dessert that you'll be making today. We want you to elevate this everyday sweet by taking all the elements of the Nanaimo bar and reconstructing them.
I've never made a Nanaimo bar before. I have nowhere to even begin. I have no clue how to make them.
That's fine. I come from rural Alberta, and there's nothing better to do but bake and get fat.
Your 60 minutes starts now.
So today I'm making a chocolate mousse Nanaimo tart. I never liked doing desserts. I never liked baking, so
I'm definitely stressing.
I'm making round chocolate. There's gonna be a walnut in the middle with some dark chocolate liqueur around the walnut with a white chocolate coconut outside. More of a bite-sized dish. I don't usually do desserts. I'm not a dessert person, and this dessert for me is always a risk.
So I think the Nanaimo bar offers a variety of options. What might you do, Claudio?
I would actually avoid baking anything right now at this point. I would use ladyfingers in this. I would layer it in a glass so you could actually see all the different layers.
So like a trifle?
Like a trifle.
Alvin, what about you?
I would do a fried custard because it looks like a bar and I'm utilizing the custard. Then I would try to do the coconut ice cream and then spread it with nuts, chocolate sauce. Very simple.
Today, I'm gonna hopefully impress my grandma, and I'm making deep-fried Nanaimo bar pierogies. I'm here to the end, man. There's no way I'm going home.
I'm making some truffles with toasted coconut and chocolate on top. At this point, anybody can leave, maybe even me.
I'm thinking souffle. Vanilla on the bottom, a layer of chocolate on the top, and serve some melted chocolate, possibly with a ginger creme anglaise on the side. Tamara.
Yes, chef.
Tell me what you're working on.
Today, I am making 2 types of deep-fried pierogies.
And what kind of dough is that?
It's chocolate, cocoa.
You think this is the winning dish?
Absolutely, chef.
Suitable for a high-class restaurant?
I can guarantee it, chef. This is down to the final few, and this is when I want to really shine.
Well, I wish you the best of luck with it.
Thank you.
1 minute, final 1 minute, everything on the plate.
They're running out of time.
I don't see any plating. Come on. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up. Tamara.
Danielle chooses Nanaimo bars thinking that that would be the most difficult thing, but she doesn't know that I have these aces up my sleeve, and they're starting to come out. My grandma always makes pierogies, and she also always makes Nanaimo bars. I wanted to do a recreation of a Nanaimo bar into a pierogi form.
I like the texture. You got the chocolate inside, the coconut. Wow.
Presentation, it's lighthearted and fun. And the pierogies are good. You should be very proud.
Thank you, chef.
If she keeps pulling out dishes like she did today, she very well could be my competition.
Everybody's coming back for the pantry, and they're rocking cheese.
Maybe we're just doing a cheese tasting.
Oh, my God.
As you can see, Andre will be cooking alongside you in this challenge. But as part of his advantage, he assigned both of you a luxury Canadian cheese.
Strategy is very important. I don't want to give them something they're comfortable with. Josh is getting the blue cheese because it's so strong. I think he'll have a difficult time pairing things with it. With Jennifer, her brain is always ticking. Cheddar is one of the easier ones, and I feel like she might overcomplicate it and lose the whole point of the challenge.
We want to see you use your luxury cheese in 3 distinctly different ways.
You will have 75 minutes. Are you ready to cook your way into the finale?
Yes, chef.
Your time starts now!
Oh my God. Holy heck. I eat what some might consider to be an outrageous amount of cheese.
Oh, broccoli.
But I have never eaten or cooked Avonlea cloth-bound cheddar. The stakes are mega high and kind of scary.
We're asking these home cooks to come up with 3 preparations of 1 cheese. That is not easy. You really have to understand all the flavor profiles within that cheese.
Making 1 dish with blue cheese, incredibly hard. Making 3, it's like climbing a mountain.
And it's interesting with cheese, like wine, it picks up the flavors of the region from which it is made.
This cheese is unreal.
Avonlea cheese is wrapped and then aged in the ground in PEI, so the minerals from the soil actually work their way in there.
It smells like potatoes and also tastes like potatoes.
For the first dish, I was thinking kind of like chips and dip. That's what the potatoes made me think of. So I'm making gougères.
Gougères are like a savory cream puff.
And then I have an idea, like broccoli and cheese, man. It's like so classic. So crispy cheddar and broccoli. And then I'm just gonna finish it off with a tarte tatin.
So to make a tarte tatin, you put apples into a good hot cast iron pan with butter and sugar and let them caramelize. Then the pastry crust goes on top and then into the oven for it to finish off baking.
Oh, right.
For the broccoli and cheese, I've put in butter, breadcrumbs, and a whole bunch of the cheddar. And on top of that, I layer the broccolini.
I actually think the broccoli and cheese dish is the weakest link in Jennifer's lineup of 3 dishes.
Doesn't sound like it's ambitious enough.
This dish is like so simple, but I want to do something really kind of classic, but do it really, really well.
I can smell the cheddar, so that's caramelizing.
30 minutes! You have 30 minutes left.
Josh is attempting to make fresh pasta. It's an amazing idea, but he has definitely taken on a lot of tasks.
I have to stuff my pasta, I still have to cook my pasta, still have to make my blue cheese soup and a blue cheese cheesecake.
He is desperately running out of time.
Almost there, almost there.
For the tarte tatin, I've added a bit of cheddar to my crust. It has like a nice brown on it. I feel hopeful.
Getting the tartin out of the mold can be quite tricky. That caramel is so thick, it can quite easily stick to the pan.
When I've made tarte tatin at home, I've never had like a perfect execution.
Feels promising.
Jennifer is just about to flip her tarte tatin.
It's the moment of truth right here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, some of the apples are actually sticking to the bottom of her pan.
I just want to fix this as fast as I can.
1 minute, you have 1 more minute. Get going, get going.
Josh hasn't even started plating. This is gonna be so close.
What am I missing?
Come on, let's go, let's go.
Holy heck.
That's good, that's good.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
Wow. Home cooks, that was impressive. Let's see how you did. Jennifer, can you please bring up your dish to the front?
I know it's not up to me, but it sure would be cool if this were awesome enough to get me to the finale.
I've made cheddar gougères, and I've made a crispy cheddar broccoli with some bacon, and a tarte tatin with a cheddar pastry.
Jennifer, you love cheese, don't you?
That is true, chef.
I like the concept. You took simple things and you added cheese to it. And this is a take, I guess, on cheese and broccoli, right?
Yes, chef.
Cook is perfect. You get that sweetness coming from the broccoli, and then you get that sharp hit from the cheese itself. You got the balance of flavor, the seasoning, it's right. Well done.
Thank you, chef.
I get to try your apple tatin. Let's see how this tatin cuts. That's a good sound. What I see is a nice light golden color on that pastry. It is very, very good. That apple has become so molten and soft, and there's enough of that savory cheese element that adds just a touch of saltiness to it. This is an excellent rendition of a classic French tatin.
Thank you, chef.
So tell me about these gougères.
I was trying to capture some of that potato-y flavor near the rind, so it's in the batter, and then I think chips are always best with dip, so it's just some spicy honey and some grapes and pine nuts.
The question here is there enough beautiful cheddar in your gougères? What do you think?
I think so, chef.
I'm not too sure you really nailed it. But Technically, these are very textbook. They're airy, they're light. I just want more of that cheese.
Okay. It doesn't feel like the bat flip level home run I have felt a couple other times in the kitchen, but it feels like I did a good job.
This pressure test follows the rule of 3. 3 elevated Canadian desserts, 3 exact replications, and the last time, there will be 3 of you in the running for the MasterChef Canada title.
The first sweet classic you must recreate is no ordinary Nanaimo bar. This deconstructed delight is made with coconut gelée, flourless chocolate cake, and a vanilla creme brulee smear.
Next up, it's a treat that is iconic and all Canadian. The butter tart. A perfectly baked pâte sucrée provides a pastry vessel for rum-soaked figs, buttery brown sugar custard, and a ginger meringue.
I'm very intimidated. These desserts are not easy, and they have a ton of working components.
The third and final dish is definitely not your grandmother's blueberry grunt. Our take on this East Coast classic is cornmeal cake, wild blueberry jam, salted chantilly cream, mascarpone lemon cream, and tarragon.
It's no secret that I'm not a baker in the slightest. They all terrify me equally.
There's no room for error. Perfection is required.
You have 1 hour and 15 minutes to replicate the taste and presentation of these classic desserts.
75 minutes is all I get. I'm crossing my fingers that I can pull this one out.
Are you ready?
Yes, Chef.
Your time starts now!
This is the most difficult baking challenge we've done in MasterChef Canada so far.
This is intense. This is about as intense as it gets.
3 iconic Canadian desserts elevated in 75 minutes. I wouldn't want to be in this pressure test.
Come on.
To me, it is the amount of elements that they have to create. Each one has its own degree of difficulty, complexity, and they must perfect every single one of these.
Whew, this is a big cook. This is to make it into the finale, and I want this. This is seriously intense.
I'm gonna prove to everyone that I'm not a floater, that just because I haven't been in a pressure test doesn't mean I don't deserve to be here.
With pressure tests, the dials are turned up a little bit, but I can do this. I'm a legitimate threat. I might not be a baker, but I can pull this off.
It's my turn to shine here.
First thing they have to do is to blind bake their tart shell.
With pie dough, everything's by touch, and it doesn't feel perfect to me, so I just cross my fingers.
Woo!
So with savory cooking, it's easy just to eyeball and taste. If something's off, you can kind of readjust. With baking, if you're off by a gram, it can change the whole dynamic of what you're baking.
So those cornmeal cakes for their blueberry grunt should be going into the oven right about now.
So in order to make the corn cake, essentially you fold everything together with whipped egg whites.
Needs more.
My egg whites are just not stiffening up. I don't know if I have some yolk in there that's causing some issue. I don't know why these things aren't stiffening up. So I pour it out and start over. I'm gonna push through it no matter what. Giving up is not an option.
Michael G has started his flourless chocolate cake for his Nanaimo bar. He's ahead right now.
Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
And he is compensating for his missteps with speed.
I'm just looking for what to do next, try to keep moving.
Okay, how's this looking?
Andy's pâte sucrée just came out of the oven and it doesn't look good.
I look at the tart that it almost looks just like a flat cookie. And frankly, I think I'm screwed. I don't think there's anything that I can do to come back from this. I just gave this competition to Mike G. My only strategy for this challenge is just keep pushing no matter what.
Come on, come on, come on.
I have a little bit of the pastry dough left. I roll it out, put it back in the tart shell, and get it back in the oven.
He is really working double time to get this challenge done.
I got to admire him, though. When he knows it's not right, he takes a step back and fixes it.
This can completely change my life. I left a job I didn't really like, and I'm chasing my culinary dream. And I want to be able to show my daughter that, yes, you can make big changes in your life and chase big dreams.
Hi there, Andy. Hi, Chef. How you doing? I couldn't help but notice that you have had a rocky start. Do you think you've caught back up?
I haven't. I don't have time to turn around. I know Mike's going to be moving at light speed, too. Head down, work hard, hope for the best. That's all I can do.
Fingers crossed. So what are you working on now?
Working on the curd. Made this in the competition earlier today. It was yuzu instead of lemon juice. Comfortable with the curd. Feel like this is my moment to calm down and then kick it into high gear.
Stay focused. Good luck.
I will. Thank you, Chef.
These two are moving at lightning speed.
Come on.
I've never seen anything like it. So right now, both home cooks are making their blueberry cloud.
A blueberry cloud is a puree that has gelatin and then air incorporated. So it's light, fluffy, but it's just almost like a beautiful cloud.
Both of them are using all their strength to aerate that mixture.
I need to whisk like no tomorrow to make this happen.
I'm exhausted watching them.
They are feeling the heat right now.
God, my arm.
Nice, guys.
I get that second tart shell out of the oven, and it's actually looking pretty good.
That looks a lot better, Andy. Come on, get your custard in there and get it in the oven.
At this point, I have 10 minutes left to bake this tart out, get it plated, and get it up there. Keep pushing, keep pushing.
Andy's going to have to leave his tart in the oven to the very last second.
Come on. Andy's getting through this with sheer brute determination.
You got this, Andy. You can do it.
I don't know.
There are so many elements that they need to cut, assemble, and dress on plates before they can present the 3 classic Canadian desserts.
I am plating the blueberry jam that goes on the bottom of the blueberry grunt. There's a lot of juice and liquid left in it, and I know it's not exact, but it's something, so I just get it on the plate in order to finish the rest of the plating.
Serve it in the tin if you have to. Just get it on the plate.
A moment of truth right now. How is Andy gonna get that hot tart out of that case?
Yes! Good job, Andy!
1 minute. Remember, all your desserts have to be on the blacktop. 1 minute. Come on, keep going. Push. Get your meringue on. Come on.
I can't. I have no time. And I don't have meringue right now. I don't know what you would call this, but it's not meringue. But there's nothing I can do at this point. I just put it on top of the butter tart and just hope for the best.
Oh no, Andy.
It's not there.
Andy's struggling with his meringue. You know, I'm here to help him out. He's a very good friend of mine.
Here you go, dude. Here you go.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6,
Come on, guys.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands up.
I'll tell you, I'm proud of you. I don't even know what to say. I feel that was a complete blur. I don't know if I've ever worked that hard in my entire life. They're not the most beautiful things I've ever plated, but they're probably the dishes I'm most proud of.
All right, Andy.
Chef.
I couldn't help but notice that you redid every misstep.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever in my entire life worked as hard as I just did to produce these, so I hope you enjoy them.
Let's see if the coconut jelly is set perfectly. It looks amazing.
Good work.
That's the best Nanaimo bar I've ever had.
Amazing. Thank you, Chef.
This is next level. As close as you get to replicating the Nanaimo bar that we showed you.
The replication, it has to look identical, and I know that this one doesn't look perfect, maybe more of a distant cousin.
Andy! Ugh. Tell me, what went wrong?
It was kind of the theme of the day. I had to do everything twice, so it was a sprint to the finish, but I'm just happy to have something up here.
But are we gonna get a runny filling?
Like mine.
Ooh, perfect.
Interesting.
Wow, I am impressed.
Thank you. So am I.
Let's see the bottom. Well, it's actually not bad, okay? Maybe a little bit too thin. Let me taste it. You nailed it on the filling.
Thanks, Chef.
The flavor's all there. Nice caramelization on the sugar. It may not look good, but I must say, tastes very good.
Thank you, Chef.
Andy, time to try your blueberry grunt. Look, the obvious element here that failed to meet the mark is the jam, the consistency of it. Just needed a few more minutes to reduce.
Yeah.
It's all down to time. Your corn cake, I think, is about as perfect as it gets.
Wow, thank you.
The moisture and the density and the lightness of it is delicious. The blueberry cloud is probably one of the toughest, uniquest elements on this plate.
Yes.
You nailed it. It's not an exact replication, and it wasn't the prettiest, but there were some elements within this dish that you truly delivered.
Thank you, Chef.